was hanging with you, and then I realized I didn't think it was true. I was surprised.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today I am going to be doing a little bit of a seashell haul that I got from a beach from a recent vacation that I took. So, before I get started, I wanted to let you guys know to make sure to subscribe to this channel and make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and follow the Instagram for my YouTube channel in the description, where I post updates for new videos. Alright, so let's get started. So, I got these rocks in seashells from a just recent trip to the beach. I just took a short couple of day vacation, and this beach was very secluded. There wasn't a lot of people there. I think I was my family was one of the only group of people there. And it's in this place called Pigeon Point, and we went to this beach. I think it was called the Sailor's Stone or something like that. It is a place called Pigeon Point, and they also have the Pigeon Point Lighthouse, which is the lighthouse is super beautiful, but we aren't talking about the lighthouse, we're talking about the beach. So the beach was very different from regular beaches you would usually go to, in Santa Cruz and things like that. In here, there is a bunch of tide pools with different types of animals, like sea anemones, different pieces of coral, seaweed, seagrass, and different little animals and sea creatures. I even found a starfish there. Well, a little girl found a starfish, but it was really cute. So I'm gonna first start off with the rocks that I found, and I'm gonna go to my seashells. Alright, so hopefully you guys relax while I present to you guys my seashell haul. Alright, so the first rock I have is this smooth, just a flat gray stone. So this is just a flat, smooth gray stone. It's pretty simple, but it's always really pretty and cool to see stones really flat and smooth. So if you guys don't know how stones become like this, it's because when the stones are being pushed by the waves, the sand brushes up the salt with the water sands down these stones to be able to make them really smooth, and it makes these super pretty flat stones. It's the same thing with the sea glass. I have a piece of sea glass from another trip I took to a beach. It's this. So this is sea glass. So sea glass are pieces of glass you would find on a beach, collection type thing that my uncle gave me. That I don't really remember where I left it or where I put it, but it had like different rocks and different things in it. I had a geology class one semester, and we learned a lot about rocks and stuff like that. This was back in 2020, before the pandemic happened. But this rock just kind of brings me back to like before the pandemic a little bit. Alright, now time for my final rock. This is probably like my most favorite rock out of all of them. It is this beaut. Look at this. The reason why I love this rock is that it's an abnormal shape, and it is like a rainbow of colors. Well, it's not technically like the normal traditional like rainbow, but it's like different colors. Like you see, there's like black, white, tannish color, gray, and then there's this beautiful like greenish blue color, which is extremely pretty. Like if you can see that, look at that. Oh my god, it's super pretty. I love this rock so much. When I found this rock, I was like, oh my god, this looks so pretty. And I'm thinking like, oh my god, like, what is this rock? What is this rock's like? Where did this rock come from? And that's when you always like think with like these rocks. Like, oh, what part of the mountain? What part of like the land did this come from? What part of the earth did this come from? Alright, so that's all the rocks that I have. Alright, so next is seashells. So I don't really know where a lot of these animals are from, but I just know that maybe these are like, some of these are oyster shells. But let me show you this one. This is like a part of an oyster shell, but it's really pretty. It has a bunch of holes in it, and I want to bring a good disclaimer with these seashells is that I made sure that I found that my motto is that it has to be fully dead and fully away from anything else. If I can, then I can grab it, because you can't just grab like a shell out of nowhere. Like, you have to make sure that it is still dead. Seashells are basically just like dead animals. But if you find a seashell that still is like partly alive, just make sure to put it somewhere where it can live and thrive. Because you don't know, maybe like this animal is like doing something or fulfilling a purpose or something. And also make sure to clean these, because like these can have like dirt and germs and stuff like that, and you don't want to get sick. So I just washed it in maybe some like warm water, and that gets all the stuff out. So this has a bunch of beautiful holes. It's like white with just a hint of purple, which is like really pretty. And look at this beautiful striped texture. I don't really know what animal this is. It could be an oyster, it could be something else. I'm thinking it's like mainly like in the part of like the shellfish family. Obviously it's a shell. I don't really know. Alright, so I have my things that make me think it's also oyster shells. There's this one. See, it has like different colors. You can see like white, gray, and brown. These little black spots. I don't know what these are. Like, when I'm grabbing them, they're coming off. I thought these were like eggs, but I don't think they are. I think they're just like little pieces of stuff that came off of this shell or something like that. But you can see all the different layers and like all the lines and texture of that shell, and it's super pretty. Just take a good look at it. either from like damage to the actual shell, or like if you see like a sand dollar, for example, and it has like a hole like a top or a bottom, that's probably either like its breathing hole or a predator ate it, which the circle of life, but it's still sad. And now I have a smaller oyster shell type thing. And it's this one. It has like blue and green. It's like really shiny. Like the reason why I like seashells and stuff, because a lot of the seashells are like shiny and stuff like that, and I like shiny things. You can see some of the brown, some of that green, some of that black, some of that gray. It's super pretty. It has like green, like how many times is it super pretty, but really these things are. Yeah, you can see like different textures. Alright, so I think I'm done with mussels. Alright, no, done with oysters, but now I have two mussels. Two mussel shells. This one's a blue one and this one's a black one. The difference is that as you can see, like this one has like a nice deep indigo blue color, and this one is like a black color. And also you can see like on the black one, you can see like the different layers and different like stuff you can see on the actual shell. Well, this one is like more smooth, but you can kind of see like the different layers and stuff like that with that. These oyster shells. Just look at these a little bit. Really pretty. And now I have to, I think, do this one. I think this is like a very like very extraordinary seashell. It's just like a top of like a crab shell. But then this one's really pretty. I have a whole barnacle shell. You can see the whole. If you don't know sea urchins, like if you've never seen sea urchins like eat or breathe, like they have these little tentacles that like spurt out where they eat. Like they catch things on their tentacles and they eat it. It's super cool. And I learned that in marine biology class in one semester. And it's really pretty. You can see all the different stripes, the whole. You can see like this side. And it's pretty, super intact. It's super pretty. Got the stripes and the texture. And then now time for my top. The last three are the same ones, but they're super pretty and they're like my favorite shells I've ever found. I have to be really careful with them. They're my three hermit crab shells. Now let's look at all three of them pretty quickly because the video is already going a little bit long. This one, it's like grayish. It's like really gray, sepia tone color. It's super pretty. You can see that swirl, and you can see the hole where the like little sea urchin with like a snail. I think it's either a sea urchin or a sea. It's not a sea urchin. It's a hermit crab. And you can see the swirl, and when I have to clean these out before I take them. And what I had is I had a little water bottle, like a reusable water bottle, like a metal one, and I put some water in it to make sure that the sand gets out of it, or just make sure to drown out anything that's in there. And then I have this one. This one's more of like white, but a little bit of like orange. You can see the white and the orange. It's like a whitish ivory. It's super pretty. You can see like the whole, and like the swirly. You can see like the swirl. Ooh, all the Instagram